Coaching is the greatest calling there is. Whether you're coaching your son's Pee Wee baseball team, if you're a regular full-time high school football coach at the varsity level, it doesn't matter who you coach, where you coach. If you're a coach, you have the ability to change the lives of the people that you coach. You can inspire, you can encourage, you can build up, you can teach them life lessons. There's so many things you can do through sports. That's why sports is so amazing. That's why our country can't lose sports. That's why we especially can't lose football. My name is Luke Billington. I'm the head football coach and the head track coach at Calhan High School in Calhan, Colorado. The purpose of this YouTube channel is to inspire, encourage, and build up coaches so that coaches can then go into the world, go into their schools, go into their programs, and inspire, encourage, and build up their athletes. Before we get too far into this, I want to let you know a little bit more about me, my background, and how I got into coaching. So how I got into coaching was I had a mother who decided that me working at Walmart the rest of my life was not an option. So she come home one day and she had a bunch of those catalogs from colleges, and she set them down on the table and she said, "Son, you're not getting up from this table till you figure out what it is you're going to do." She said, "You look in these magazines, these catalogs, you figure out what it is you're going to do with your life. You're not getting up till you do that." Well, if you know me very well, you know I ain't trying to sit still too long. So I got to work, and then I got to looking, and half that stuff I couldn't even pronounce it, more or less pass it. Right? I'm like, so I'm going through, I get to this word, kinesiology, which I'm sure I did not pronounce right at that time. And I thought, kinesiology, now that just doesn't even sound normal, but it sounds interesting, so I'm gonna read up on that. So I start reading through it, you know. It's the study of human movement in sports. That's all I remember about it. It's probably not even in the description anymore. That was 20 years ago, right? And I thought, sports? Movement? Sports? Okay, now we talking. Look down a little further. Possible career fields: coaching, PE teacher, physical trainer. Now I'm interested. Now I'm excited because I can do something with sports. So I decided I'm going to try this kinesiology thing. So I started taking classes for that, and I got a call one day from my pastor's wife. She said, "Hey, we need a track coach up here at this charter school where I'm working at." And I said, "Oh, okay, well, I'll come up there and check it out." So I go up there for the interview. Walk into the interview, there's this really sharp dressed man, not like me, obviously, nice tie and everything. He was an Army reservist, Air Force reservist. And he was serving as athletic director for the time being. And I come in and he asked me some questions about track and why did I want to coach. And I don't remember any of my answers because that was 18 years ago. And we get to the end and he said, "Well, sounds good. I'd like to hire you to coach track." He said, "But there's a couple things." I said, "Okay." He said, "Number one, I also need you to coach basketball." I said, "Nah, I don't mean to be rude, sir, but I don't know the first thing about coaching basketball. I could barely play basketball." And he said, "No, it's okay. I'll teach you." I'm like, "You're going to teach me how to coach basketball?" That's funny right there, man. So I said, "Well, okay, whatever. If I get to coach track, I'll coach basketball. If that's what it takes, I'll do it. That's okay." He said, "Oh, there's another thing." Oh, my goodness. "You're only going to be an assistant track coach." I said, "Oh, that's just great. Okay." I said, "No problem. Whatever. I can help out. It's my first year. Probably that person probably know more than I do anyway." He says, "Man, this phone is ticking me off. Let me try this." All right, that's better. Anybody that ever been in a team meeting with me knows that happens at least 50 times. That's why I'm leaving it in the film. Anyways. He says, "Yeah, the PE teacher is going to be the assistant. The head coach, you can be an assistant." I said, "Oh, okay, yeah, no problem." He said, "Oh, there's one more thing." I said, "Goodness gracious, can we just do track already?" He says, "I can't pay you." I said, "Pay me?" I'm coaching track. They gotta pay me. Dude, pay me. I didn't care. Look, I know some people need to get paid to coach. I understand you got bills to pay and all that. At that time, I didn't have any kids. My wife and I were both working. We didn't need money. It didn't matter to me. I get to coach kids. I get to coach track. Shoot, you ain't got to pay me. Shoot. So anyway, I go to my first basketball practice, which was 2 hours after that interview, by the way. My wife was really excited about that. Let me walk you through that phone call. Hey, honey, how you doing? Good, I'm almost done with work. Okay, great. So the interview went really, really well. I'm actually going to be coaching basketball. You know how to coach basketball? Nope. Are they crazy? Most likely, but I get to coach track if I coach basketball. She says, okay. I'm going to tell you what, I went to my first basketball practice, my first time ever as a coach, and I was like, yep, I was like that. So the kids, just picture this, right? The kids are all out on the floor running layup drills and doing all the drills. Coach is right there out there in the middle of them. I'm standing over there on the dadgum sideline right next to the bleachers, just like watching them. I should probably go out there, but I ain't got nothing to say that's gonna be helpful. I'm just gonna agree with him. So that guy coaching who walks up to me says, hey, you all right? Yeah, I'm good. You know, you can come out on the floor, right? Oh, okay. So I went out on the floor. Oh man, what a day that was. So anyway, I go on and I ended up coaching there for 4 years. After that, went up to Miami Yoder High School up in Rush, Colorado. Coached there for 4 years. After that, I had an interesting experience where I coached football at Calhoun High School and track at Sierra High School. Calhoun didn't need any track coaches, and so I ended up coaching at Sierra, and that was definitely an experience. I learned a lot about myself there and about where I needed to be, and I needed to be in the rural schools, in the small schools, because that's where I thrive and that's where I do so well. So I ended up coming on full-time at Calhoun as a track coach and an assistant football coach for several years. Went down and coached Pee Wee football, coached a lot of Pee Wee basketball with my sons. And now, currently, I am going into my 3rd year as a head football coach, varsity football coach, and holy cow, probably year 14 for head track coach. So I got a little bit of experience. I definitely don't have as much as some of you probably watching this. And I hope that through the stories I tell, the lessons I've learned, that I can inspire, encourage, and build you up.